Hello, Jack and Jills. This is Epibotch bringing you another episode of KOTOR. Try again. Oh, come on! Hello, Jack and Jills. This is Epibotch bringing you another episode of Battle Pets. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Today's going to be a little bit different because it's actually post-commentary. Usually I don't do this, but when I listened to when I was going through everything and editing, I just could not stand listening to myself talk. So instead of wasting all of the video, I just decided going back and just redoing the audio is the best idea. For those of you who don't play WoW, there is no saving. So once you gain XP, you can't go back. So if I do screw something up, like I obviously did, anyways, that's the story. So I do, as you can see there, I have all my battle pets. I'm working on getting them all to level 10. I actually got quite a few new ones as well, including Turkey, which is a really fun one. I'll have to get that one on camera at another point just to show you guys where it's at. It's not hard to get or anything, but I've gotten a lot of blues in between the last episode and this one. So this episode is going to be a bit of a special edition, partially just to update you guys on what's going on in my life, as well as to talk about cool things that I've learned about battle pets since I've really been getting into it a lot more. So I'm going to start with that aspect because it's a lot more fun. Currently, WoW has this double XP that's going on, and this is part of the reason why I didn't want to lose this footage, because I actually got all of my battle pets up to level 10 already because of the double XP, and it just makes my life so much easier. I don't want to waste a second of it having to re-record stuff, and yeah. So anyways, the other thing that I learned, actually the first thing that I learned when I was leveling things up, is that critters suck. They suck so much. I really don't. They're just such a pain to level up throughout the world. As you can see, Dusk Spiderling is my second beast pet that I'm leveling up at, that I want to add to my team. I happened to find one and whatnot. Thought it was a good idea to level up at least 2 beasts. I did manage to get one of every type of battle pet out there, just because I wanted one that was at least strong against every battle trainer that I could find, and so that was just the best way. Again, that was part of the reason why it's taken so long to update between episode 4 and episode 5. It's because I had to go out, find the battle pets of different types, and then train them up, which was part of the reason I realized critters really suck, because I got several early level critters that were blues. I was so excited about them, but they take so much time. Yeah, so much time. One of the other things that I also learned that's really useful if you're playing battle pets and you just do it casually like I'm doing, if you stay in an area and then, for instance, Duskwood here has levels like 5 to 8. You could have a creature that's level, if you're battling, for instance, a skunk is a 6. You could come in here with a battle pet level 4 and get a lot of XP. Or you could come in with a battle pet of 8 and still get a good amount of XP, but really anything that's 2 levels, that's more than 2 levels, either lower or higher, it's not really worth the time. If it's too low, part of the issue is it's really hard to defeat those creatures, and then you end up killing a lot of your battle pets, which sucks a lot. If they're more than 2 levels higher, you don't get as good return on XP, so it's that is really when it starts not being worth your time. So I'm currently leveling up the Dusk Spiderling, and it's got several cool abilities. It's number 2 right there is the web, which usually does not work on critters, but it keeps them from swapping out to another pet, which honestly I don't think that that's more for a PvP thing rather than for this battling wild pets or trainers. They're not really going to switch them out very often. Its second ability, that was the second ability. The first ability is just a regular attack, and then the third ability, if you have the other battle pet webbed, like right there, and then you follow it up with the third attack, you will gain extra life back, as well as if the attack's a little bit stronger. So I'd have to say it's probably not my favorite setup, just because this, the webbing, it obviously doesn't work on critters, even though this beast is strong against it. But, I mean, it's not super useful for what I'm choosing to do with it. I might end up doing PvP at some point. I believe that's an option. I'd be surprised if it wasn't. We'll see. But moving on, that's pretty much all the fun stuff that I've learned about battle pets over the last couple weeks. And it was one of those things where I just wanted to play it casually, not get into it, but then I got into it. Because like, oh, I had all these questions, and so I went online and I found answers, and I kept, when my questions were answered, it just made me think, oh, well, what about this, or what about that? So, yeah, there's that. Now onto the second part of this, which is, this is a little bit harder for me to talk about because it's about my personal life. Sorry. It's a channel update. I'm not going to be updating or uploading as often as I have been. I've just realized that uploading 3 times a week takes a lot of energy out on me. And I just don't have the time or mental capacity at this point to do that much. So I might end up taking a hiatus for a little bit just to build up my... what is the term? I'm blanking on the term, but to build up a buffer! That's what it was. So that I can build up a buffer, so maybe I can, instead of uploading once a week, maybe I can do twice a week pretty comfortably. I like the idea of uploading more than once a week, but as I said, it's not really gonna work for me. Another thing, stupid bear, what are you doing? I'm like level 90, why did I even aggro you? Anyways, cool life update for me though is I just bought a house. That's a really, really big deal. This is my first house. I'm so excited about it. I'm so ready for it. I haven't really had a ton of space to call my own, so to be able to have a house, I'm just so excited. I might go into, have a video where I just talk about it, but I won't go into it too much right now. But that's a lot of the other reason why I feel fatigued when it comes to recording and uploading, is because I can't record whenever I want to. Whereas in the new house, I'll be able to record, hopefully, I want to set it up where I can record whenever I want to. So if I'm in the mood, I could just do it. And there won't be a huge disturbance on those around me. Another thing that's going into the whole try not to upload as much, things at work are getting a lot more involved. It's becoming a busy season. I work with kids, so Christmas and Thanksgiving time, it's a busy time of year. And if you've never worked with kids before, I'll give you a hint. They take a lot of energy, especially when you're working in a professional setting where you have to be happy all the time. You have to also be fair and whatnot, but you can't let your emotions get the best of you, because that's not fair to them. So, and oh my goodness, in one of our classes we have 12 boys. Can you imagine having 12 like, oh, they're in preschool, so 12 preschool boys. That's so much energy. They're great. I love every single one of them, but I mean, 12 boys, that's a lot. It's a lot. So yeah, that is pretty much where I'm at in life right now. Craziness and fun stuff. Alright, so here I've switched to the lofty Libram? Probably really saying that wrong. Which is my first magical type creature. That ability that I just did, its third ability, pretty much what it does is you hit that, and then that's your turn, and then you go for the second round, you do their first ability, which is its basic attack, and it doubles the damage that it does. So it's a little bit of a trade-off. As you see, it couldn't take a hit because it was kind of low-leveled. Oh, blue skunk and a blue chicken? I know I already have a blue chicken, but I think I probably wanted to capture this skunk, which is why I got the beast out. So the lofty Libram, it's okay, not my favorite choice for abilities, but its second ability is actually really cool because if you get it out that first, it's the first battle pet out, and you do its second ability, it attacks all the other battle pets on the field. I believe I actually captured, I might end up leveling it up too. Excuse me, I really liked it a lot. I can't remember its name, but it was basically a whirlwind that had a similar ability where it would summon a tornado and attack all the enemy battle pets on the field. So I like it for that aspect a lot, but I mean, overall, its abilities, while okay, are probably not the strongest out there. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of how I feel about the lofty Libram. So yeah, the other unfortunate thing is I have not gotten no one has really asked to name anything, and that's really bummed me out. I was hoping that my subscribers, that you lovely subscribers, would be a little interactive with that, but I guess since really not a lot of people have said anything, I think what I'll end up doing is just giving them interesting names all on their own, except for Turkey. Turkey has its own interesting name, so I'll probably just leave that as Turkey. But part of the reason why I asked for people to make suggestions is because I'm terrible at coming up with names, and I really liked the henchman's idea of having people interact, but oh well, if that's not what people are interested in doing, then I'll just do it myself. So yeah, more leveling up. Now you guys kind of understand the monotony of leveling up and why I'm so excited for double XP, because I actually leveled up everything that was like level 7 up to level 10. It probably took 5 fights for each pet, and that's an incredible amount of time that you're saving. Whereas, you know, I have my Dusk Spiderling here. You've seen several fights with it already, and it's only level 8. And it started at level 7, and we're into about 14 minutes, and just not so good. And such little XP. That particular wild pet was probably, I mean, it was a level 5, so I shouldn't have really been fighting it. But I didn't want to waste your guys' time too much. And speaking of which, I think I'm probably going to call it an episode here. So thank you, Jack and Jill, so much for joining me today. Thank you for your patience. If you guys have any comments or questions below, go ahead and put them down below. I love you guys, and I hope you all have a wonderful, fantastic rest of your day. Bye!